Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. 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 Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
What's up and welcome to the Herman Athletic Center. Darren Vaught with you here on the Pacers Sports Network as we get you geared up for Mid-Atlantic Christian University women's basketball playing at your William Peace University Pacers. We got about 30 seconds until the buzzer will sound, and we'll get started with starting lineups and the national anthem, so I'll take a quick break in between that as well. Before we get set to tip you off, Mid-Atlantic Christian, the Mustangs, enter tonight 4-3 on the season. They make the trip from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, visiting your Pacers. 2-2 last time out, defeated Salem College here at the Herman Athletic Center. It's the first of 2 consecutive nights with games for your Pacers as they welcome Randolph College to the Herman Athletic Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, on the campus of William Peace University. Tomorrow night, I'll be on the call for that one as well, so be sure to join us here on the Pacers Sports Network when I pause for the national anthem and starting lineups. Take another quick break, and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. 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 Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
All right, so we're ready to get underway. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network. Mid-Atlantic Christian University paying a visit in Raleigh, North Carolina to your Lady Pacers. The starting five for the Mustangs is going to be Kenesha Murray, freshman guard out of Tampa, Florida. Aaliyah McNeil, another freshman guard. Erica Vincent, the sophomore. Tierra Lester, the junior, and the lone upperclassman on this Mustangs team, as well as Montana Moore, 5'11 sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And meanwhile, for the Pacers, the five will go as follows: Nadine Ely, Susanna Sykes, Tyler Mercer, Whitney Walker, and Michaela Ray. As the first tip is errant, so we're going to have another go at it. It will be Walker and Lester jumping things up, as Lester smacks it forward to Erica Vincent, who drives right side immediately, right off the bat, puts up a layup attempt. It's short of the rim and swatted out of bounds. Last touch by Michaela Ray of the Pacers. So the ball goes back to the Mustangs underneath their own basket after a 6-second runoff on that first play. Inbound pass goes underneath as Tierra Lester receives it and puts it off the high glass in for two. Mustangs on the board first, as now Mercer is across midcourt for the Pacers. William Peace wearing their light gray home uniforms with black and white trim. Mid-Atlantic Christian in their green and white uniforms with orange trim. Pass underneath to a cutting Michaela Ray is knocked out of bounds. It's off of her hands, though, and that'll give the possession back to Mid-Atlantic Christian, who leads it 2-0, half a minute in now to our first quarter. Pass over to the left wing is Kenesha Murray. She's the leading scorer for the Mustangs. They swing it around. Corner three is off the front of the rim and no good. That was from Aaliyah McNeil, rebounded by the Pacers. Mercer dribbles up to the top of the circle. Will take an 18-footer. Foot was on the line. Off the back of the rim. Tipped by a Pacers teammate, but rebounded by the Mustangs. In transition, they go underneath. Now a long two from the left side. Clangs off the front side of the rim, and it's rebounded by Walker. The Pacers now going to push the tempo. She got the outlet pass to Mercer, who drives. Wanted to pass out to Ely on the left wing, but it was covered well, so she had to, in stride, make a shot at the basket as it was tipped by the Mustangs. So they get the steal. Mid-Atlantic Christian now with it over on the right side. Ely with the good defense. 12 on the shot clock. They trap her. Ely gets the steal for the Pacers. 2-on-1 break. She lofts a pass over to the right side to Mercer. She couldn't handle it and is stepping out of bounds at the baseline as she passes it. So that surrenders possession back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. So another turnover for the Pacers as it's 2-0 Mustangs. with 8:20 to play in our first quarter of action. Aaliyah McNeil, the point guard, sends it to the high post. That's Montana Moore, drives left side, can't get the shot to fall, gets her own rebound though, and kicks it outside. Right wing, McNeil, pump fake on the three, gets her defender in the air, takes a long two. It's off the near side of the rim, rebounded by Moore. Another chance at it. Mid-Atlantic Christian finally does not hit the shot, but they will draw a foul as it was Kenesha Murray. And she'll get 2 shots from the free throw line. Mustangs lead it 2-0, just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. As the foul's going to be charged to Nadine Ely. Murray's first free throw, an ugly miss off the back of the rim. As she receives it to send up her second. 2-0 Mustangs. That hits the front of the rim, gets a friendly roll, and falls in to make it 3-0 Mid-Atlantic Christian leading with 7:55 and ticking left here in the first quarter. Mercer at midcourt. Left side on the wing to Walker. Up top, Michaela Ray, the reigning USA South Conference Rookie of the Week for the Pacers. Hands off to Mercer as William Peace will restart the offense. On the right wing is Whitney Walker. She head fakes left, drives right. Can't get the layup to fall. A little too strong off the backboard, but Ray is there to pick up the rebound, and she's fouled on the follow-up attempt. So Michaela Ray will have 2 shots at the free throw line. And a chance to put the Pacers on the board for the first time tonight. They trail 3-0. About 2 minutes in. 2.5 rather, to this first quarter. Ray's first free throw. It's the front of the rim, rolls off the right side, so it's no good. Pacers still at 0. Ray, a 50% free throw shooter entering tonight. And she keeps that mark as she delivers on the second. It rolls in to make it 3-1 Mustangs lead. Kenesha Murray from the right wing, dribbles left, dishes it out for a long 3-point shot attempt from Erica Vincent. High rebound obtained by Michaela Ray, and on the other end in transition, Ely's 3-point shot attempt for the Pacers is short of the rim. Rebounded by Ray. She had trouble getting a shot off. A little bit of contact, no call though, as it sails over the rim and is boarded by Tiara Lester of the Mustangs. She gets the outlet pass out quickly to Aaliyah McNeil, who buries the 15-footer and makes it 5-1. Mustangs lead as we're now under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Mercer kicks it right wing to Walker. She fakes a pass left, drives right, tries to put it up underneath the basket with her left hand. Would have been a nifty move, but it's swatted out of bounds by her defender, Tiara Lester. And now the Pacers to inbound it. It'll be Nadine Ely. Clears the pass up to the top of the circle where it's received by Tyler Mercer. Ely wide open underneath the basket. Right back to her. She delivered the inbound pass and snuck through the defense, was wide open on that right block, and is able to lay it in for 2. 5-3, 6:30 to play in the first quarter. Mercer knocks it away at midcourt from the ball handler, McNeil. Nearly got the steal, but is out of bounds on the far sideline. So to give it back to Mid-Atlantic Christian, McNeil clears a pass all the way over to the right side to Erica Vincent. They go up top, Kenesha Murray. Defended by Mercer, picks up her dribble, pivots, and sends a pass to Moore at the top of the key. Out on the right wing, driving is Erica Vincent. Nice move, but her shot is swatted away by Michaela Ray. Loose ball, and it's going to be a foul on Vincent as she and Ray were scrapping for the loose ball following the Ray block and steal. So the Pacers now with it, as Vincent is charged with her first foul. It's the first team foul on William Peace. Walker from the top of the circle to the left wing. Tyler Mercer drives baseline, has it knocked away, and it's stolen by McNeil. Right to left, McNeil tries to put up the shot, but Walker got a hand on it. And it's going to be called a travel on McNeil. Or the explanation now, as I hear it on the sideline next to me, is that it was a double dribble. I'm not quite sure how that goes. Looked to me like it could have even been a jump ball. Ely on the right wing for the Pacers. Pass to Susanna Sykes, high post, puts up the 15-footer, clangs off the back of the rim. No good, rebounded by Mid-Atlantic Christian. With 5.5 minutes to play in the first, Mustangs lead at 5-3. Moore on the right elbow, kicks it outside. Three-point shot attempt, rims in and out. That was Talithia Alexander, the sophomore from Kannapolis, North Carolina. Rebounded by the Pacers. Cutting is Whitney Walker, who drops it in for two. Nadine Ely dribbled down to the right corner and had Walker trailing, so that ties us up at 5 with 5 minutes to play in the first. Alexander again has a look at the top of the key, passes it up this time, and gives to the right side where Aaliyah McNeil hits the three-point shot. 8-5 Mustangs. Mercer at the mid-court logo zips a pass over to Nadine Ely at the elbow, who drives left side, is going to be fouled on the floor. And it's charged to Erica Vincent, who commits her second personal foul. That's the third team foul. Inbound pass goes to Susanna Sykes in the right corner. Puts up the three. It rims in and out. Strong board and put back by Walker to make it 8-7. So the Pacers trailing by 1 now with 4:30 to play in the first quarter. Erica Vincent on the right side. Dishes. Up top, Talithia Alexander buries the three from the left side to give the Mustangs an 11-7 lead as Mercer quickly makes her way up the floor for the Pacers. Chest pass to Susanna Sykes on the right wing. She hits a cutting Nadine Ely, who has to reach behind her and catch the pass at the top of the key with one hand, but she's able to scoop it and lay it in for two. It's 11-9 Mustangs leading on the road here. Ely defending Vincent, who drives to her left, and Ely was all over her back as Vincent attempted the layup. As it bangs against the bottom of the rim, so no good, but Vincent will get 2 free throws as the Mustangs hold an 11-9 lead. Her first high arcing. Hits the back of the rim and rolls in. That makes it 12-9. Mid-Atlantic Christian with the lead. Under 4 to play in the first quarter. 3:53 to be exact. Substitution for the Mustangs as Moore checks out. And Kenesha Murray will check back into this game in favor of Erica Vincent, who now has 2 fouls. As the second free throw falls for Vincent, prior to her having a seat. 13-9, a 4-point Mustangs lead with 3:48 to play in the first quarter here at Herman Athletic Center. Mercer goes right side to Jade Grant, who just checked in for the Pacers, seeing her first action. Drives and puts up the finger roll on the right side of the rim. A lot of body contact there as she misses, but no call. Mid-Atlantic Christian on the other end is going to run the floor. Aaliyah McNeil faked a pass to the right, had a wide open look and missed it. Pacers trying to reciprocate on the other end, and it's swatted out of bounds by the Mustangs. So Mid-Atlantic Christian has the ball, knocks it out of bounds, and the Pacers now have the ball.
Hey, how many fouls does 21 have? Put this in the book for me. He's been warned. Okay.
All right, so Coach Charles Troxel, in his 5th year at Mid-Atlantic Christian, receives a warning there from the official. He tried to walk over to the scores table, didn't stay in his box, curious as to how many fouls one of his players had. Missed opportunity for the Pacers as it was Jade Grant with the layup attempted traffic. It's off the front of the rim and rebounded by the Mustangs. Pass over to the left side to Murray. Trying to cross up her defender. Grant drives right side, is met there in the circle by Michaela Ray, who swats it away, grabs it, but falls and is going to be called with the travel. So that gives it back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. With 3:03 on the clock, they lead at 13-9 over your William Peace University Pacers. Mustangs to trigger it in underneath their own basket. They go top of the key. 15-footer is drilled by Tiara Lester. Nice catch and shoot by the lone upperclassman on that team. It's all freshmen and sophomores for the Mustangs except for Lester, who is a junior. Tanae McKenzie now in for the Pacers from the left wing. Drives, goes back up to Grant, who delivers a pass on the block to Walker. She tries to put it on the floor, but it's off the foot of a Mustangs defender. And Mid-Atlantic Christian gets the steal, though. The overhead pass way down the floor sails out of bounds, and we'll give it back to the Pacers. Pacers trail by 6. It's 15-9, 2:35 to play in the first. As Walker and Mercer bring it up the floor and enter the front court. Mercer crosses up her defender, goes left side, sends a pass to Jade Grant up top. Grant drives out to Mercer from the left wing for three. Nothing but net. 15-12. It's within 3 for the Pacers with 2:13 to play in the first. Mercer, tight defense up at midcourt. Defender has to pick up her dribble, or McNeil rather does. She gets a pass into the backcourt. And the call from underneath the basket is going to be 10 seconds. Though McNeil entered the front court, so she had already crossed midcourt, and it got tipped into the backcourt. So now they're going to change up the call and give the ball to Mid-Atlantic Christian as it was knocked out of bounds by the Pacers. A lot of confusion early on in this one with a couple of these calls. 2:05 to play in the first quarter as it's Mustangs 15, Pacers 12 here at Herman Athletic Center. McNeil drives right side on her defender. Bounce pass. Baseline jumper is blocked by Walker. That was Mallory Brogdon who tried to get the shot off. Pass ahead to Jade Grant. Her layup sails over the rim. Rebounded, though, by Walker, and on her putback attempt, she is fouled. So Walker will have a couple of free throws on the way for the Pacers as the foul is charged to Mallory Brogdon, the freshman, 5'7", out of Creedmoor, North Carolina. Walker hits the first. 15-13 now the score, as Walker's second is in the air, nothing but net. It's a one-point game. Mustangs 15, Pacers 14, 1:45 to play in the first. McNeil crosses midcourt for Mid-Atlantic Christian. She drives left side on her defender, Tyler Mercer. It's swatted away, and against the backboard, Erickson there on the defense for the Pacers. And a jump ball after that as it fell into the hands of both a Mustangs player and a Pacers player. So possession arrow gives it back to the Pacers. 1:35 to play in the first. William Peace University down by 1 here at home, trying to win their second in a row. Mercer floats a pass to the left wing. Tanae McKenzie, bounce pass underneath. Good move by Walker to get around her defender and lay it in off the high glass. Mercer almost stole the inbound pass as Erica Vincent crosses her up and makes her way into the front court for the Mustangs. She drives right, sends in a pass, but it's stolen by Hannah Erickson. She gets the outlet to Mercer, and it's swatted away. Grant comes up with it, though, for the Pacers in the scramble. And she's dribbling around. She's going to allow the team to catch up. And there's a stoppage in play by the officials as they request a resetting of the shot clock. So the Pacers now with a chance to slow things down. We'll have Whitney Walker throwing it in from the sideline just in front of the Mustangs bench. She's defended by Montana Moore. Clears the pass up top at the top of the circle to Grant, who drives, kicks it out to Erickson for the 15-footer from the right side of the baseline. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Grant. She made her way all the way from the left side of the floor. Running that baseline, reels in the rebound, and is fouled hard as she grabs it. And that one, too, is going to be against Erica Vincent. That's her third personal, 5th team foul this quarter for Mid-Atlantic Christian. So that'll send Jade Grant to the free throw line shooting 2. Under a minute to play in the first quarter, 52.2 seconds remaining. It's a 1-point Pacer lead, 16-15. Grant's first free throw. Odd rotation, hits the back of the rim and falls out, so no good. Grant's second and her 5th of the season off the back of the iron. She's yet to make a free throw this season, but Walker with the rebound sends it out to Tyler Mercer for 3. 19-15 as Mercer sinks that one for the Pacers. 39 seconds in the quarter. McNeil driving left, picks it up at the elbow, puts up the shot. It's up front of the rim. Moore ends up with it for Mid-Atlantic Christian, puts up the shot from just outside the half circle and is fouled. So the Mustangs with a chance for a couple of free throws here as the clock stops at 30.6 in our first quarter. Walker called for the foul. That's her first personal, third team for William Peace. Moore's first free throw is up and in, nothing but net. That makes it 19-16, Pacers lead by 3. Moore's second free throw, not quite as pretty, off the front of the rim and straight down. As the Pacers have the rebound, they get the outlet to Mercer, who's now in the front court to run the offense. Directing traffic with 16 seconds on the clock. Almost identical to shot clock and game clock. Grant sends a pass inward to Hannah Erickson, and it's last touched by Erickson, though good defense there by Lester to apply pressure on the pass. 11.7 seconds, it goes back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. McNeil gets across midcourt, driving right side on Mercer, puts up the layup from the right side. It sails over the rim and into the left side of the floor, smacked out of bounds by Erickson, though. She was trying to keep it away from Lester, and with 2.5 seconds now, the Mustangs are forced to throw it in from underneath their own basket. McNeil on the inbound, goes inside to Lester on the block, shot swatted away and reeled in by Tanae McKenzie as the clock expires. So that'll do it for the first quarter of action, 19-16. Pacers with a 3-point lead after 10 minutes of play here at Herman Athletic Center. We'll take a quick break with them, reset the clock to 10, and quarter number 2 coming up here in just a moment. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
All right, so quarter 2 about to get underway. 19-16 Pacers lead after 10 minutes here at the Herman Athletic Center on the campus of William Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Thanks so much for tuning in. Darren Vaught here with you on the Pacers Sports Network. And Mid-Atlantic Christian starts the quarter with possession. And in the front court, it's going to be a foul called on Jade Grant of the Pacers outside of the three-point line. So Mustangs to throw it in from the far sideline in their own front court. Tanisha Murray tries to get it into Aaliyah McNeil, but it's swatted out of bounds right back to her by Grant, and they'll have another go at it. She gets the pass this time, a bounce pass to McNeil, defended by Tyler Mercer of the Pacers. Picks up her dribble, maybe a little early on the left wing, finds Lester underneath, though. Pivots and puts up a mid-range jumper off the back of the iron and rebounded by Mercer. Here come the Pacers. She's at the top of the circle, defended by McNeil. Puts up a floater on the right side from 15 feet away. Thuds off the back of the rim. Board obtained by Lester and the Mustangs. McNeil now slowly making her way across midcourt. Sending some orders to the right side of the floor as she dribbles to the wing. Lofts a pass underneath. On the block is Lester. She was looking for a cutting Montana Moore, who wasn't quite there, as the pass bounces in front of Moore and rolls out of bounds on the far sideline. So that'll give it back to the Pacers. Walker to to trigger it in to Mercer to get things started in the backcourt. Mercer, a walking dribble. Goes to the left wing. Walker back up top. Cassidy Clark just checked in for the Pacers, seeing her first minutes of the evening. Mercer on the right wing. Finds Walker. Baseline drives. Sneaks a pass out to Jade Grant for a 15-footer on the left side. Off back of the rim. Grant gets her own board. Drives. Tries to underhand a pass underneath the basket to Walker, who wasn't quite ready for it, and it bounces out of bounds to give it back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. 8:46 to play in the second quarter, 19-16. Mustangs get a pass to Alexander in the front court, but she shuffled her feet before dribbling. So the traveling violation gives it back to the Pacers. Mercer from the midcourt logo sends a chest pass left wing to Whitney Walker. She gets a screen right from Grant, sends in a pass to a cutting Cassidy Clark, and there's a foul. That's going to be on Montana Moore. I thought maybe it was going to be called a moving screen on Grant, but instead it's called on the Mustangs, and Grant will send it in from underneath their own basket. Tries to get a bounce pass into Susanna Sykes, who was cutting but not quite quickly enough there. It's stolen away by Lester, and Mid-Atlantic Christian now with it at midcourt. McNeil gets a pass over to Alexander on the left. She's defended by Sykes. Backs her away, bounces a pass over, and it's taken away by Grant. Knocked out of bounds, though, by Moore, who dives for it. So it'll be Pacers ball. They'll throw it in from the far sideline in their own front court. Jade Grant will have a seat. She gets a break as Deja Cheatham checks into the game for the first time tonight. Meanwhile, for Mid-Atlantic Christian, Lester checks out. And in comes Mallory Brogdon, who saw about a minute of playing time earlier. Pass to the left wing, Susanna Sykes. She goes underneath. Cassidy Clark on the block. Working. Gets a shot up, but it sails over the rim. A little too high on the glass there, and it's rebounded by Montana Moore. McNeil on the other end for Mid-Atlantic Christian. Wasted no time driving right side. The layup is off the front side of the rim and boarded by Cassidy Clark, though. Mercer to the right corner. Cheatham pump fakes. Pro hop in the lane. Puts it up, and it's off the right side of the rim. Little bit of contact there from Cheatham, but no foul called as it's boarded by Montana Moore. She gets the outlet pass over to McNeil on the left side. She's going to drive again in the front court. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Clark, and here come the Pacers. Mercer on the right side with the ball. Has it knocked away as the ball skips out of bounds and into the wall underneath the Pacers basket. They'll retain possession. They lead it 19-16. So still a scoreless quarter. 2.5 minutes in as Cheatham gets the inbound pass onto the left block to Cassidy Clark, who breaks that drought and banks it in for two. 21-16, a 5-point lead for the Pacers. 7:13 to play in the quarter. And as McNeil makes her way into the front court, there's a timeout called from the Mid-Atlantic Christian bench. So the Mustangs get the TO. They trail by 5. Pacers 21, Mid-Atlantic Christian 16. 7:12 to play in the first half of action. We'll take a quick break with them here on the Pacers Sports Network.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
So the huddles break. 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second quarter to play in our first half. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network. 21-16 lead for William Peace University. Murray on the left wing has it for Mid-Atlantic Christian. She's tightly defended by Deja Cheatham. They switch on the screen, and Michaela Ray comes away with the steal for the Pacers, hands off the outlet pass to Mercer. The pass ahead is in front of Susanna Sykes and bounces once before it reaches the wall out of bounds. A little hurried on these transition plays for both teams, mainly the Pacers, though, as they've turned it over a few times in said situations. Alexander on the right wing for Mid-Atlantic Christian tries to get the three-point shot attempt off, but she's smothered by Sykes and Ray, who will get credited for the block. It's right back into the hands of Alexander, and she dribbles left side, fakes a pass underneath, but moved her foot, her pivot foot, rather. And we'll turn it over again to the Pacers. 21-16, 5-point lead for William Peace, 6:26 left in the second quarter. Cheatham at the top of the circle. Looking underneath, picks up her dribble, doesn't have Sykes to the right either, and goes to the left wing where she finds Tyler Mercer. Mercer puts it on the floor, dribbles to the top of the circle. Dribbles left on McNeil, finds Cassidy Clark wide open. Great pass on the left block there as Clark banks it in for two. She's got 4 on pretty much identical baskets. McNeil in the front court for the Mustangs. Drives right side. Pass to the top of the key. Moore tries to force a shot. She's doubled by Sykes and Mercer, and the shot is way off. Rebounded by Clark. Pacers. Mercer in the middle of the floor. Tries to send a pass to the left, and it's smacked out of bounds by the Mustangs. And Brogdon of Mid-Atlantic Christian was trying to be the point person for the inbound pass. Deja Cheatham said, no, that's our ball. She clears the pass out to the top of the circle to Susanna Sykes, and the Pacers now will slow things down as Mercer will run the offense. Goes to the right wing, Deja Cheatham. Plenty of time, thinks about the three, drives left side, gets it to Michaela Ray on the baseline, who floats it up, and it rolls in for 2. Michaela Ray makes it 25-16. Her first field goal of the contest. McNeil across midcourt, crosses from left to right on Mercer, puts up the 15-footer. It thuds on the back of the rim and rolls in for 2, though. 25-18, a little bit of a shooter's roll as Mercer dribbles through her legs and goes to Cheatham on the left wing for the Pacers, drills the 3. 28-18, that sends the lead to double figures with 5 minutes until the halftime. McNeil drives right side. Misses. Ray with the rebound, and the Pacers go up the floor to Cassidy Clark. She picks up her dribble on the right block. Can't get the first one to go, but gets her own board and banks it in for 2. She now has 6, and it's a 12-point lead for the Pacers with 4:40 until the half. McNeil crosses midcourt for the Mustangs and will slow things down. Nods her head to the right to direct her teammate Murray to cut. She gets it to Murray in the right corner. It's smacked out of bounds by the defender Cheatham. So the ball goes back to the Mustangs. In that far corner of the court, Murray sends in the inlet pass. Finds McNeil at the top of the circle, who grabs it and drives right away left side. Too strong on the layup attempt as it's banked and off the front of the rim and out. Rebounded by Clark of the Pacers. She gets the outlet pass to McKenzie on the other end. Walker for 3 from the right wing. It's off the front of the rim, then the backboard and out. Rebound obtained by Murray, and the Mustangs now have it as she hands off to McNeil. Pass to the left side to Alexander is off her hands and out of bounds, so that gives it back to the Pacers. 4:04 is where the clock will stop. Pacers 30, Mustangs 18. As Tanae McKenzie will now run the point for William Peace University. Under 4 minutes until the half. Sends a pass to the left. Deja Cheatham's three-point shot attempt off the front of the rim, and it's kicked out of bounds by Moore of Mid-Atlantic Christian. So it goes back to William Peace underneath their own basket. Cheatham will trigger it in. She looks ahead and finds a cutting Cassidy Clark with contact. Can't get the layup to fall, and Moore comes up with it for the Mustangs. She hands off to McNeil with 3:43 until half. McNeil drives right side on Cheatham. This time gives it up to the top of the key where she has Moore. Left side from the wing. Alexander, pump fake, dribble once to the right and puts up the 3 and buries it. 30-21, that's her second from deep for the Mustangs, and it's a 9-point lead for the Pacers with 3:22 until halftime. Tanae McKenzie drives right side, kicks out to the wing, where Walker gives it underneath to Ray, and back up top to McKenzie. Drives right side, can't get the layup to fall. It's off the front side of the rim, but she gets her own rebound. Sends it in to the block to Cassidy Clark, who banks it in. She's got an easy 8 points on shots just like that. And the Pacers lead by 11, 32-21. Alexander from the left wing. 3-point shot attempt. Thuds off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Clark of the Pacers, and they go up the floor to Walker, who puts it up from 10 feet away and is fouled by Moore. So Whitney Walker will go to the free throw line. She, along with Michaela Ray of the Pacers, has started all 4 of their games so far this season. Pacers again are 2-2. As Walker hits the first and makes it 33-21. Hannah Erickson checks into the contest for the Pacers. She'll grab Cassidy Clark and give her a breather. Walker with that make, now 11 of 14 on the season from the free throw line. Her second floats up toward the rim and comes up just short, grazes the front of the rim, rebounded by Moore of Mid-Atlantic Christian. She gets it to Murray to run the offense in the front court. Murray picks up her dribble a little too soon. Mercer's there on the defense, Walker on the D. Pass underneath and a layup made by McNeil. Good play run there by the Mustangs to give themselves 2 points. Grant from the right side drives baseline, has it swatted away, but she's going to be fouled on the layup attempt by Talithia Alexander, who commits her first personal foul, and it's the third foul in the second quarter committed by the Mustangs. Grant will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as the Pacers lead by 10, 33-23, 2:19 to play until halftime. Grant empty-handed in her last trip to the free throw line. She was 0 for 2. Buries the first, and it's her first free throw made on the season, as she now 1 of 6 from the stripe overall. Second free throw off the left side of the rim and out. Gets her own board, though, and sneaks it in off the backboard. Grant there on the follow. So her trip to the free throw line results in 3 more points for her and a 13-point Pacers lead. Stolen away at midcourt. It's Whitney Walker. She's all alone with Murray, has it swatted away and out of bounds, though, so the Pacers will have the ball underneath their own basket. Clock stops at 2:01 here in the second quarter. 36-23, a 13-point lead for William Peace. Grant sends in the inbound pass to the top of the circle where Michaela Ray receives it and says, hey, come here, you're the point guard, Tanae McKenzie. Grab it from me and run the offense. Chest pass to the left wing is Whitney Walker. Back up top to McKenzie. She goes right side. Grant takes the long 2, and the shot is long. Air ball's over top of the rim, but good hustle there by Whitney Walker. She jumps toward the ball and knocks it off of the knee of a Mustangs player, but the call is that when she went up for it, her foot was out of bounds, so she took off and was already out of bounds when she ascended. So it gives it back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. McNeil drives left side, kicks it left wing. Murray's 3-point shot attempt, air ball, just grazed the bottom of the net before bouncing out of bounds and giving it back to the Pacers with 1:30 to play in the second quarter. And the count remains the same, 36-23 Pacers. McKenzie crosses the timeline for William Peace. Pacers operating from right to left. She drives to the top of the key, goes right side, and gets it right back as she drives baseline on the right side, puts up the shot, and is fouled. So a tough play there by McKenzie, as she'll be rewarded with a couple of free throws with 1 minute 13 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And the Pacers with a 13-point lead. That's the 5th team foul of the quarter for the Mustangs. So it would have been 2 shots either way, whether McKenzie was in the act of shooting or not. Her first free throw off the front of the rim. Foul was charged to McNeil of Mid-Atlantic Christian. That's her first personal. 73 seconds left in the second quarter as McKenzie's second free throw falls through, nothing but net. The inbound pass sails over the intended target of McNeil for the Mustangs and out of bounds. So we'll walk it from midcourt where the ball went out of bounds all the way over to the left side of the floor where the Pacers will toss it in underneath their own basket. Grant bounce passes underneath to Michaela Ray. The shot rolls in for two, and she's fouled. And she, smiling, sends a thumbs up over to the bench as she'll look to complete the three-point play. 39-23. Pacers lead with 1:12 on the clock. So just 1 second ran off the clock on that play as her free throw is off the right side of the rim and out of bounds, so it'll give it back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. A little bit of full court pressure from the Pacers as Hannah Erickson ratchets things up on her assignment. Lester. Walker now with the steal from Murray, and Walker's going to have an easy look at a left-handed layup on the other end for the Pacers. She drops it in for two. It's 41-23 with 50 seconds left in the quarter. Moore on the front end for the Mustangs, backs down her defender, Ray, and drops it in for two for Mid-Atlantic Christian. 41-25 Pacers lead with 37 seconds to go. Pass to the right, Jade Grant driving, puts it up, and it's off the front of the rim, but she's going to be fouled. So Grant, as the clock stops at 34.1, will get a couple of free throws for William Peace University. And the Pacers lead by 16, 41-25 here in quarter number two at the Herman Athletic Center. It's the first of two consecutive games for the Pacers. They welcome Randolph College of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference to Raleigh tomorrow night. Grant's first free throw off the backboard, then the left side of the rim. Does not manage to fall. Nearly identical miss on the second, so still struggling from the free throw line. Though in all other facets, Grant playing very well for the Pacers. McNeil for the Mustangs, drives right side, picks up and shoots from 15 feet out. Off the front of the rim, boarded by Michaela Ray, and the Pacers with it in transition. Bounce pass underneath to Hannah Erickson, and she can't quite handle it as it's off her hand and out of bounds with 14 seconds left on the clock. Lester picks up their dribble in the backcourt. Has to be bailed out by Murray. Now down to 7 seconds, and the Mustangs just now crossing midcourt. She picks up her dribble, defended by Walker. Has it almost knocked away. McNeil tried to clear a pass in underneath. There wasn't going to be enough time to get a shot off anyway, but Michaela Ray, good defense to swat it back at her as time expires. And it's a 16-point halftime lead for the Pacers, 41-25, as we'll take a break, reset the clock, and play another 2 quarters on the other end. 41-25, Pacers with the lead at the break. We'll be right back here on the Pacers Sports Network.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. 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 Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is.
All right, Darren Vaught back with you on the Pacers Sports Network for this halftime update. About 6 minutes until we resume play as Mid-Atlantic Christian University visits William Peace University. The Pacers with a 41-25 lead at the break. And looking things over, Whitney Walker of the Pacers, 4 of 7 from the field, leads all scorers with 11 points. She's also 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Also to her credit, 6 rebounds, an assist, a block, and 2 steals. So even with being the game's leading scorer, some impressive defensive numbers so far for Walker. Second in scoring for the Pacers with 8 points on 7 shots. Cassidy Clark, who has 6 rebounds as well, 5 of those on the defensive side of the ball. No turnovers for Cassidy Clark either. She's been very efficient so far. 6 points for Tyler Mercer on 2 of 2 from beyond the three-point line. 3 assists for Mercer, the point guard for the Pacers as well. 5 points for Michaela Ray, the reigning USA South Conference Rookie of the Week. She's also got a whopping 8 rebounds at the half. Has blocked 2 shots as well. So Michaela Ray, a dominant force inside thus far for the Pacers. 4 points credited to Nadine Ely in 6 minutes of action. She's got 2 personal fouls, so she hasn't seen as much time as she normally would in the first half. But in 6 minutes, she's 2 of 3 from the field, has 4 points, a steal, and an assist. 3 points apiece for Deja Cheatham and Jade Grant, and 1 point for Tanae McKenzie. That rounds out your scoring for the Pacers. Also having played is Susanna Sykes. She played 12 minutes after starting the contest for the Pacers, and then Hannah Erickson in 6 minutes has 2 steals to her credit. For Mid-Atlantic Christian, with 9 points, Allie McNeil leads the way, though not very efficient with those 9 points. She's 4 of 15 from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. With 6 points, Talithia Alexander, she's 2 of 5 from the field. All 5 of her shots have been from three-point range. 4 turnovers, though, as those sort of counteract her shots from deep for the Mustangs. Lester has 4, 3 points for Moore, who also has 7 rebounds, 2 points for Erica Vincent, and then Kenesha Murray with 1 point. And entering the contest, Murray for Mid-Atlantic Christian, one of their better players, not necessarily in the scoring column. She averages 2 assists per game. as she already has one of those to her credit so far, but 5 turnovers for Murray. Normally takes much better care of the basketball. And an oddity that I don't know that I've mentioned it yet, but I've been meaning to. An oddity in this contest is there's not a senior for either team, as there's one upperclassman, one junior player for Mid-Atlantic Christian. It's Tiara Lester out of Robbins, North Carolina, the 6-foot even forward for the Mustangs. Other than that, they have freshmen and sophomores. And then for William Peace, you kind of know the score. They've got the 3 juniors in Deja Cheatham, Chelsea Mack, and Cassidy Clark. And other than that, they're freshmen and sophomores as well. So it's a 16-point Pacer lead, 41-25, about 2 minutes, 20 seconds until we resume play with the third quarter. We're going to take another quick break here on the Pacers Sports Network, but 2 quarters to play. Pacers with the lead. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
All right, so the second half set to start. About 30 seconds on the clock as it ticks down to the buzzer that will sound and signal the end of our intermission. 41-25, William Peace University with the lead over Mid-Atlantic Christian. Here at the Herman Athletic Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network, bringing you women's basketball for 2 consecutive nights as the Pacers welcome Randolph College tomorrow night as well. And a 16-point lead for the Pacers at the half. They've held the Mustangs to 25 points through half of this contest. Mid-Atlantic Christian is averaging nearly 80 points per contest so far this season. They've played 7 games. They're 4-3. So the Pacers will look to continue the great defensive effort. As William Peace starts with the ball, they're now operating from my left to right. Tyler Mercer receives the inbound pass, goes back up top to Nadine Ely on the left wing. Underneath now to Susanna Sykes, back up top, and they swing it around. Mercer for 3 from the right side, and it bangs in. 44-25, now a 19-point lead for William Peace University. It's their largest of the game with 9:35 to play in the third quarter. Mercer, the defender, now the left wing. Aaliyah McNeil drives left side on Susanna Sykes, banks it in for 2, and gets the foul. McNeil, the leading scorer so far this season for the Mustangs, just under 20 points per game. Led the way in the first half with 9, so that puts her into double figures with 11 as she drops in the free one and completes the three-point play. Now 12 points for Aaliyah McNeil, and it's a 44-28 game. Ely on the right side, left wide open for 3 by the defense. Puts it up, it's off the back of the rim. Long rebound, she gets it herself, drives right side and bounces it underneath to Walker, who can't control the pass and is going to take one step too many. to turn it over to Mid-Atlantic Christian. 9:07 to play in the third quarter. It's 44-28. William Peace with the lead as Mid-Atlantic Christian comes across the timeline. It's McNeil handling the ball. She passes right side to Vincent on the wing. She gets a high screen from Lester, puts up the 15-footer. Gets caught in between the rim and the backboard. Mercer with the board for the Pacers. Passes it ahead to Ely, whose layup can't fall. And it's rebounded by Moore. That's her 9th board for the Mustangs. Outlet pass goes to Vincent. And in the front court, she does a little stop-and-go move against her defender, Tyler Mercer, who is charged with the reach-in foul there. Mustangs throw it in from the far sideline and clear it out to Aaliyah McNeil. She dribbles right side, defended by Ely, goes up top. Vincent has it high above her head, gets another screen, left side to Mercer, and the shot underneath is blocked. Lester tried to go up with it, but Ray goes up with her. Ely with a nice little Euro step in the lane on the other end. Can't get the layup to fall. It's off the back of the iron, and the rebound is grabbed by Montana Moore, who now has 10 for the contest. She gets it to Vincent, and the Mustangs enter the front court. Vincent behind her back, dribbling right side on Mercer. Blows right by her. Help defense there by Ely. But Vincent pulls up in front of the help defender to bank it in for two. 44-30, 14-point lead for the Pacers as Mercer has it at the outside of the circle. Susanna Sykes with an overhead pass to the right corner to Ray. Back to Sykes for three. Drills it. Nothing but net. Sykes is on the board for the first time tonight, and it's a 17-point Pacers lead, 47-30. On the other end, some contact underneath the basket. Montana Moore is going to be called for the foul as Ely stole the inbound pass and went up with the shot. So Nadine Ely with 2 free throws on the way for the Pacers, who lead it by 17, 47-30, 7:33 to play in the third quarter. Ely spins the ball on her hand, puts up the first, and it drops in nothing but net. Moore commits her 4th foul and will check out of the contest as she's 1 away from disqualification. Mallory Brogdon checks in to replace her as Ely sinks the second free throw as well and makes it a 19-point lead for the Pacers. 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. McNeil across the timeline. The Mustangs now with it. She goes, passes to the right side, and Lester drives right side and is stopped stone cold by Michaela Ray. Lester loses her handle, and it sails out of bounds to give it back to the Pacers. Jade Grant checks back into the contest. We'll grab Susanna Sykes and give her a breather for William Peace. Mercer to the right to Ely, back to Mercer in the corner. Long 2 from Grant, buries it from about 17 feet. And the inbound pass stolen by Mercer and laid in for 2, 53-30, a 23-point lead as we're under 7 to play in the third quarter for the Pacers. Step back 3 on the other end from Vincent off the front of the rim, rebounded by Walker, and now the Pacers have numbers. She bounces it to the left side, wide open layup from Mercer. Makes it a 25-point lead, 55-30. Pacers ahead of the Mustangs with 6:39 left in the third. And Mid-Atlantic Christian is going to get a much-needed timeout there. 6:39 to play in the third quarter, 55-30, Pacers lead. We'll be right back. Take a quick timeout with them on the Pacers Sports Network.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
So we exit the timeout. Pacers 55, Mustangs 30. As Mid-Atlantic Christian now brings it into the front court to try and pick things up here. Pass up to the top of the circle to Talithia Alexander. She dribbles left side, hands off to Vincent, who drives and has it stolen away by Hannah Erickson. The Pacers now with it. They lose it at midcourt, and it's taken away by Lester. So back into the hands of the Mustangs. She gets it to McNeil, who drives left side. A little bit of confusion. The defense hadn't quite gathered itself yet. McNeil drives left side and dishes underneath to Brogdon, who draws the foul on the shot attempt. Hannah Erickson charged with her first personal for the Pacers, as that's their third of the quarter. Brogdon's first free throw off the back of the rim and out. She buries the second, nothing but net. Brogdon, a 75% free throw shooter on the year, hits 1 of 2 there. 55-31, Pacers lead. Mercer on the left side. Nobody covering her. She dribbles in for the long 2, thuds it off the front of the rim. Erickson with the rebound. The putback attempt is short, and it's smacked out of bounds. Last touched by a Mid-Atlantic Christian defender. So now the throw-in will be executed by Jade Grant from that far corner of the floor. On the sideline, though, as she clears it up top to Tyler Mercer to run the offense. Mercer thought about a 3 from the top of the circle. Instead, puts it on the floor and goes to Grant on the right side, who gets a screen left side from Hannah Erickson. Puts up the 15-footer, mid-range shot. Rattles in and out. Strong rebound by Brogdon, and Mid-Atlantic Christian now with it as they clear the outlet pass to McNeil. Pass over to the left wing. Alexander quickly catches and shoots, maybe not setting her feet completely, as that one goes off the front of the rim and bounces out of bounds. The three-point shot attempt by Alexander is no good. She's hit 2 so far for the Mustangs today. And it goes back to the Pacers, 5:22 to play in the third. William Peace with a 24-point lead. Pass to the right wing is Nadine Ely. She dumps it underneath. Walker dribbles around her defender. Alexander picks up the dribble, goes to the left wing. Mercer's three-point shot attempt airballs, but it's reeled in by Hannah Erickson, who drives baseline. A little bit of contact there, but it's knocked away, no call, and goes back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. McNeil, defended by Ely, sends in a lob pass underneath to Lester for the Mustangs. Give and go. McNeil driving the lane, puts it up and is fouled by Walker. So McNeil will get another couple of free throws here with under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 4:50 in our third frame. Walker commits her second personal foul. McNeil's first free throw is buried as Lester checks out for the Mustangs. Walker checks out for the Pacers. In comes Michaela Ray of William Peace and Murray of Mid-Atlantic Christian. McNeil's second free throw rolls around the rim and out, rebounded by Erickson of the Pacers, and here comes William Peace. 23-point lead for the Pacers. Mercer passes to the left wing where Ely drives and puts up the layup attempt and is fouled by Talithia Alexander. So Ely will get a couple of free throws, and Alexander communicating with the bench now as she committed her second personal foul. That's the second team foul of the quarter on the Mustangs. Ely's first free throw, high arcing, rips the net to make it 56-32. 24-point lead for the Pacers with 4:39 to play in the third quarter. Ely's second rolls in as well, so she's 2 of 2 in that trip. And it's a 25-point lead for William Peace. McNeil in the front court, defended by Grant. Mustangs have it. Now Erica Vincent gets a high screen, drives right side, hands off to Alexander. Three-point shot attempt, rolls in. Alexander hits her third from deep and makes it 57-35. Pacers still with the lead. Mercer on the right wing, dribbles through her legs and goes up top to Jade Grant. Gave the impression that she thought about the deep three, drives, and they'll go back outside to Mercer to rerun the offense. Right wing now is Nadine Ely. Bounce pass underneath. Michaela Ray goes underneath the basket, puts up the shot, and is fouled. So Ray works her way to the charity stripe again in this one. Clock stops with under 4 to play. 3:56 in the third quarter anyways. We'll have 10 more after that. As Michaela Ray's first free throw catches the front of the rim and rolls off that side, so no good on the first free throw attempt for Ray. Jade Grant checks out, will get a breather. Tanae McKenzie checks in for the Pacers. Free throw rolls in and out. Hannah Erickson with the rebound, a couple of attempts at it. Misses the second putback attempt, but it's tipped in by Nadine Ely for 2, and it's 59-35, Pacers advantage. Pass to the right side. Erica Vincent clears it to Alexander, who drives and puts up the floater in the lane. It bangs in. Alexander with another bucket for the Mustangs. Mercer drives in transition. Open 3 from the left side. Nadine Ely can't get it to fall. Rebounded by the Mustangs, but Ely smacks it away. Reeled back in by Mid-Atlantic Christian. McNeil on the other end. Puts it off the high glass and in traffic to reel it within 20 for the Mustangs. McNeil now with 15 points as Mercer sends a chest pass to the right side. Now underneath, Hannah Erickson gets fouled on the shot attempt. So Erickson with a couple of free throws on the way as she throws her arms up in the air as if to say finally. Feels like she's been receiving a lot of body contact in the lane. Erickson will get a couple of free throws as the clock stops at 3 minutes exactly in the third quarter. Her first free throw hits the back of the rim. A high bounce, but it rolls in for the point to hit the 60-point mark for the Pacers. Erickson's second. She tries to bank it in, but it rolls out, rebounded by Murray of the Mustangs as they enter the front court. Murray drives right side, swatted away and out of bounds by Michaela Ray on the shot attempt. As that was Ray's fourth block on the contest. Gives it back to the Mustangs underneath their own basket with 2:51 in the third. 60-39 lead for the Pacers. Pass goes to a cutting Erica Vincent, who's fouled as she goes up for the shot. Foul committed by Mercer. That's her second personal. 15th foul of the quarter for the Pacers, so it'll be 2 shots either way on a foul by the Pacers. From here on out, Vincent's first free throw goes in, nothing but net. Back to a 20-point deficit, 60-40 Pacer lead. Second free throw rolls in as well, 60-41. Pacers enter the front court with the lead. Mercer, chest pass to the right side. Walker, pump fake on a 3-point shot attempt, drives and clears it out to Erickson, who puts up the 10-footer and is fouled by Lester. And that's the 15th foul on the Mustangs as well. So both teams will be shooting from here on out for the remaining 2 minutes, 38 seconds of this third quarter. Erickson's first free throw off the back of the rim and no good for the Pacers. Erickson now 1 of 3 from the stripe, 4 rebounds. Second misses way off to the left. Didn't even hit the rim as it bounces off the backboard. And it's a 19-point lead for the Pacers, though. 60-41, 2:33 to play in the third quarter. McNeil enters the front court and passes right side to Vincent. Little jab step, driving right side on her defender, Mercer. Layup is too strong. Long rebound obtained by Mercer, who picks it up all the way in the front court for the Pacers. It rolled past midcourt. And Mercer will walk it back to about midcourt to reset the offense. Clears a pass to the left wing to Cassidy Clark, who picks up her dribble and is shoved by Alexander. Clark falls back rebound to her back, and it's going to be rewarded a couple of free throws. So Alexander commits her third personal. With 2:03 to play in the third, Clark's first free throw falls in, nothing but net. To give her her 9th point of the contest. If she makes this one, she'll be the 4th Pacers player in double figures. And it rolls in and out, so she'll stay at 9 for the time being. Rebound attempt swatted out of bounds by Lester. And it'll go back to the Pacers, who lead by 20, 61-41. Amy Bryan enters the contest for the Mustangs. Inbound pass cleared underneath, wide open. Susanna Sykes was cutting, clapping her hands to signal that she was open, and she banks it in for two. 63-41 Pacers. Alexander from the left wing. Three-point shot attempt for the Mustangs on the other end. It rattles in and out, rebounded by Sykes, and she clears the outlet pass to McKenzie. On the other end, the Mustangs underneath on the block. Cassidy Clark fakes the shot and goes back out to McKenzie, who puts up the floater. Gets her own rebound on the miss, though. And it's a jump ball. Impressive defensive effort there by Erica Vincent to force the jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Mustangs. So to go back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. Pacers 63, Mustangs 41, a minute 28 seconds to play in the third quarter. Vincent with it on the left side. She's defended by Sykes. Gets a screen on the right from Lester. Drives right side, bounce pass, baseline jumper, sent in from Murray, air balls, but Lester comes away with the rebound, clears it out to McNeil for the long three-point shot attempt, off the rim, putback attempt no good by Mid-Atlantic Christian, rebounded by Clark, and here come the Pacers. She gets it to middle of the floor to McKenzie. Left wing, Walker thinks about a three, had her defender in the air a couple of times. Vincent flying all over the place and hits the floor. Pacers swing it from right to left. Walker goes underneath. Erickson's shot attempt no good, but she's going to be fouled by Lester. And Erickson will have another pair of free throws with 48.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. 63-41 Pacers lead. Erickson, not a lot of success from the stripe so far tonight. She's 1 of 4 as her first attempt there, 5th of the contest. Hits hard the back of the rim and bounces out. So she's now 1 of 5 on the evening. Second attempt of 2. Back iron, no good as well. 63-41 Pacers lead with Mid-Atlantic Christian driving on the other end. McNeil goes right side, puts up the layup attempt. She'll get 2 shots after being fouled by Whitney Walker. That's her third personal. And the clock stops at 35.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. McNeil's first free throw hits the front of the rim and rolls in to give her 16 points. She was stuck at 15 for a while. She's now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 6 of 18 from the field, so shooting just 33%. Hits her second free throw as well. McNeil leads all scorers with 17 as Lester will get a breather. Amy Bryan checks back into the contest. She's seen right at a minute of action and commits the foul at the perimeter on Hannah Erickson. Erickson was receiving the pass from McKenzie at the top of the circle. And Erickson will get another couple of free throws now as the clock stops at 29.4 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Erickson's shot banks in from the free throw line. Little hop of excitement as she finally gets one to go and makes it 64-43. Erickson now 2 of 7 from the stripe, 2 points on the night. 4 rebounds and a couple of steals as well as that one rolls in and out. Rebounded by Sykes. Putback attempt looked to be good, but it rolls off the backside of the rim and no good. Swatted out of bounds by Mid-Atlantic Christian, though. And the inbound pass goes to Nene McKenzie. 20 seconds left in the quarter as McKenzie will walk it back to the middle of the floor. Pass to the left side. Cassidy Clark up top now to Hannah Erickson. 10 to play in the third quarter. Sykes on the right side. Pump fake, gets a shot attempt off. No good. Rebounded and put back into the basket by Cassidy Clark. She's just cleaning up everybody's mess underneath the basket. As Clark now has 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 8 rebounds after that putback. And the time expires here in quarter number 3. 1 to play. 10 minutes of action left, and it's a 23-point lead for the Pacers. 66-43. William Peace University with the lead on Mid-Atlantic Christian. Will resume play with the fourth quarter of action here in just a bit. Take a quick timeout. You're on the Pacers Sports Network. Pacers with the lead.
Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
All right, fourth and final quarter. Pacers 66, Mustangs 43. As Mercer receives the inbound pass, and the Pacers will get things started. Pass to the right wing, Walker. They swing it around. Mercer from the left wing. Her three-point shot attempt way short, rebounded by McNeil, and the Mustangs have it. Clears a pass forward to Erica Vincent. Takes a long two, it looked like, but it's going to be called a three-point shot. Hits the front of the rim and bounces into the basket to reel it within 20. 66-46 lead for the Pacers. Mercer sends a pass to the left wing, back to the Mercer at the top of the circle, and she goes to Ely on the right side. Underneath, Whitney Walker spins, puts up the 10-footer, and it rolls in for two. 68-46 lead for William Peace with 9:10 to play. Vincent gets a screen from Alexander, crosses over, drives left side, fakes a pass underneath, floats up the shot. It's off the front of the rim, rebounded by the Pacers. Mercer way ahead on the floor to Ely, who lays it in with her left for two, 70-46. Pacers with a 24-point lead, 8:47 to play in the fourth quarter. Mustangs operating. Erica Vincent gets a high screen from Alexander, puts up the three-point shot. Off the back of the iron, long rebound by Ely, and they push the tempo. Bounce pass underneath to Sykes, who lays it in for two. Easy bucket there in transition for the Pacers, 72-46, a 26-point lead. As Vincent walks her way across midcourt for Mid-Atlantic Christian. Crosses on her defender, trying to drive left side. Instead, hands off to McNeil, who dribbles in and puts up a floater from 15 feet. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Michaela Ray. She gets it to Mercer, who picks up her dribble. Hands off, and the pass underneath to Ray, intended for Ray, is stolen by Lester. Here comes Mid-Atlantic Christian, but it's stolen by Ely. She and Mercer in the front court. Bounce pass to the left to Mercer, who banks it in for two. And it's a 28-point Pacer lead with 7:37 to play. Inbound pass goes to Vincent, who steadily makes her way to midcourt, crosses up Mercer to enter the front court for the Mustangs. On the left wing, McNeil tries to clear a pass underneath to Lester, and it's swatted away, but Walker commits the foul. That's her fourth personal for the Pacers. She'll check out of the contest, as will Susanna Sykes. In come Jade Grant and Cassidy Clark for the Pacers. 7:22 to play. McNeil with the inbound pass for the Mustangs. Floats up a pass to the top of the key. It's tipped away by Grant. She landed awkwardly. Pacers clear the pass into the front court all alone. With the left-handed layup is Cassidy Clark, who now has 14 points, 8 rebounds. Officials timeout, as Ely looked to be a little shaken up. And check that, it's going to be a Pacers timeout, 30 seconds, with 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And a 30-point lead for the Pacers, 76-46. Cassidy Clark now with 16 points leads the way for William Peace University, though it's evenly distributed. The scoring attack, she's got 16. Tyler Mercer in 27 minutes. Kind of a quiet 15 points for her, as she's 3 of 4 from deep. Whitney Walker with 13, though she committed her fourth personal foul just a few moments ago. $12 points for Nadine Ely, 7 for Sykes, 5 and 5 for Ray and Grant, 3 for Cheatham. Erickson has 2, McKenzie with 1, as Alexander has her three-point shot attempt blocked and hands off to Erica Vincent, D'd up by Tyler Mercer of the Pacers. Vincent drives right side for the Mustangs, puts up the shot, looked to be blocked, but the foul is going to be called on Michaela Ray. That would have been her 5th block of the evening. Instead, it's a couple of free throws for Erica Vincent. 6:46 to play. Vincent's first free throw off the back of the rim and out. So it remains a 30-point lead for William Peace University. Vincent's second falls, so she's now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Left wing, Ely pump fakes, drives, gets her defender in the air, and dumps a pass underneath to Michaela Ray, who, as she puts up the shot, is going to be fouled. 2 free throws on the way for Ray. Ray just 1 of 5 from the free throw line so far tonight. Puts up her first, hits the left side of the rim, and bounces in to give her her second make from the stripe on the evening. Ray with 6 points, 10 rebounds now, 4 blocks. So despite the woes from the free throw line, as her second attempt clangs off the front of the rim, rebounded by Moore of Mid-Atlantic Christian. So despite the free throw shooting woes from Michaela Ray, she's had a very impressive evening. Shot blocked at the perimeter by the Pacers, and Mercer now with numbers handling the ball in the front court. Puts up the layup too strong, and it's rebounded by Brogdon of the Mustangs. She gets it to McNeil, who crosses midcourt. Has it knocked away by Deja Cheatham, but it's reeled in by Moore, who loses her balance and the ball and falls into Michaela Ray. So Ray is the last one to touch it as it's ruled out of bounds. Mid-Atlantic Christian will have the inbound pass from underneath their own basket. McNeil to trigger it in. Finds Moore on the block, who goes up and under and sends it over the rim. Rebounded by Ray. That's her 11th board of the evening, and the Pacers now with it on the right wing. Up top to Deja Cheatham. She dribbles back near midcourt to reset the offense. Defended by Murray. Crosses her from left to right and gets right by her, but it's stolen away by Erica Vincent. She's all alone in the front court. Had an easy layup on the right side. Can't get the follow-up to fall. And after missing 2, she hits the third. Good thing she had all that separation after the steal. And that makes it 77-49. The Pacers with the lead. 5:15 to play. Pass up top to Deja Cheatham is stolen away by Murray, but Ely is there recovering on the defense to get in front of the ball. Murray picks up her dribble on the right wing, goes underneath to Brogdon, who's defended by a couple of Pacers underneath, clears it out to Vincent for the wide open 3 from the left wing, and that bangs in for the Mustangs, 77-52. As now Chelsea Mack in to run the offense for the Pacers, running the point. They go left side underneath to Cassidy Clark, who loses her balance as she puts up the layup and sends it sailing over the rim, rebounded by the Mustangs. Vincent, bounce pass ahead to McNeil, who lays it in for two. Makes it 77-54, so Mustangs still a lot of work to do with 4:17 remaining. Pacers give it to Ely on the right wing. She drives left side, floats it up with her right hand. That didn't roll in, but it's rebounded by Ray and put back and banked in for two. Michaela Ray with the putback makes it 79-54, under 4 to play now. As the Pacers, barring an extraordinary comeback, will coast to victory here in the last 4 minutes of play, as the foul committed by Deja Cheatham on the floor on the left side gives it back to Mid-Atlantic Christian. Tanae McKenzie and Hannah Erickson check back into the contest. Michaela Ray and Cheatham will have a seat after Cheatham commits her first personal third-team foul for William Peace. Inbound pass goes to Murray. Three-point shot attempt off the front of the rim and rebounded by Ely of the Pacers, who dribbles into the front court, keeps her dribble out, though falling to her knees, and hands it off to McKenzie. McKenzie to Mack on the right side. The long three-point shot attempt off the front of the rim, sails over, rebound, and put back by Ely. Hustle points were awarded to the Pacers, who now lead by 27. 81-54 is the count. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to play. Mack, the defender on Erica Vincent, who drives right side and gives it up to Murray. Pass underneath to Brogdon, loses her handle on the shot attempt, and it's reeled in by McKenzie, who gets it to Ely underneath to Clark, who just out-hustled everybody on the defense and sprinted from basket to basket, gets the easy layup there as she found herself wide open. 83-54 now. Pacers lead. Clark with 15. McNeil drives left side, puts it up with her right, and it rolls in and out for the Mustangs, rebounded by Nadine Ely, and the Pacers now with it. She clears it to Chelsea Mack, who will dribble into the front court. Defended by Vincent, sends a chest pass to Tanae McKenzie on the left wing. Underneath on the block is Hannah Erickson, using her strength to bank it in for two. And it's a 31-point lead for the Pacers, their largest of the night, 85-54 with 2:15 to play. Vincent handling the ball for the Mustangs, looking right side. No one open, so she puts up the three, and it's off the front of the rim, just grazed the rim, and rebounded by Cassidy Clark of the Pacers. McKenzie now to run it at the top of the circle. Goes chest pass to the right side to Mack, back to McKenzie, and over to the left is Nadine Ely. Light defense from McNeil, so she bounces it into the block to Cassidy Clark, who loses the handle, goes up top to Mack, and that pass is swatted out of bounds by Vincent. Mack could have drawn the foul there, as Vincent, a lot of body contact as she smacked the ball away. No call, though, as Mack sends the inbound pass to the block. Clark fakes right, goes left, and the turnaround jumper banked in for two. Clark now with 17 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. And those 17 points in 16 minutes of play. 8 of 12 from the field. Very efficient game by Cassidy Clark, as Montana Moore, driving from the top of the key for the Mustangs. Dribbles around her defender, drives left side, and it's a foul on Hannah Erickson. Mid-Atlantic Christian, the inbound pass. Three-point shot attempt by Vincent from the left side off the near side of the rim and rebounded by the Pacers. Cheatham in the front court, goes to Clark, back to Cheatham. The layup, no good, but fouled by Lester. And Deja Cheatham will get a couple of free throws for Lester. That's her fourth personal. Second team foul of the fourth quarter on Mid-Atlantic Christian. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining. It's a 33-point lead as Cheatham buries her first free throw and makes it 34, 88-54. Pacers with a big advantage in this one and their biggest offensive output so far this season. Cheatham second, nothing but net as well. And that gives the Pacers 89 with 1:10 to play. McNeil across midcourt for the Mustangs. Sends a pass left side to Erica Vincent, whose usage rate has been extremely high in the second half. Gets a screen right side, puts up the three off the back of the iron, rebounded by Cheatham, and the Pacers now with it again. Cheatham tries to clear a pass to the front court, and it's swatted away and stolen by the Mustangs. McNeil puts up the layup, but Cheatham with the good recovery knocks it away. And a scramble for the ball is going to result in a Tanae McKenzie foul. And the first personal foul on McKenzie is the 5th team foul of the fourth quarter by the Pacers. It stops the clock at 46.3 seconds and sends Erica Vincent to the line to shoot two. Her first is already on the way and bangs in for the point. Makes it 89-55, still a 34-point advantage for the Pacers. Vincent's second free throw clangs off the back of the rim and off to the right. Long rebound reeled in by McKenzie as she's fouled. Check that, it's swatted out of bounds by Lester of the Mustangs. 45 seconds left on the clock as Cheatham will inbound it for the Pacers. She has both McKenzie and Mack helping her out in the backcourt as Vincent tries the solo full court pressure. McKenzie to Cheatham on the right wing. They bounce it underneath to the block. From block to block, Cassidy Clark sends the pass to Hannah Erickson, who goes up with it and is fouled. With 35 seconds to play, Erickson goes back to the free throw line, where she's struggled so far tonight. She's 2 of 8. 4 points, 5 boards for Erickson, the second-year player out of Morehead City, North Carolina. Sends up her first free throw. It's off to the right. As the second is short off the front of the rim, rebounded by Tanae McKenzie. Putback attempt is off the front of the rim, rebounded by Ryan of the Mustangs, and they clear it up floor to Moore, who spins around her defender, puts it up, had a wide open look at the basket, but overshoots it. Rebounded by Erickson, and the Pacers now with it. 15 seconds to play. Chelsea Mack bounce pass to the top of the circle. McKenzie puts it on the floor once and hands it back off to Mack with 8 seconds left. Shot clock's turned off. Mack defended by Vincent. Dribbling back toward midcourt, crossing up on her defender and allowing the clock to run to 0. So that'll do it for this non-conference matchup. Mid-Atlantic Christian University comes to town, and the Pacers get a win, 89-55. The final score, a 34-point victory for William Peace University, as they'll welcome Randolph College tomorrow night. Same time, same place. That tips at 7 p.m. And it's a 34-point win for the William Peace University Pacers women's basketball team. From Herman Athletic Center, Darren Vaught signing off on the Pacers Sports Network. The final score, William Peace 89, Mid-Atlantic Christian 55. Impressive win for the Lady Pacers. They advance to 3-2 on the season, and will play again tomorrow night, so we'll see you then.